17 is, it's 2 a.m. somewhere. Cool. I'm ready.
Okay. So we are machine distressed wood, or MDW for short.
Okay.
And what our product is we are trying to replicate hand-hewn wood. And just a brief thing of hand-hewn wood, it's way back before they mass-produced beams and posts and all these things. People in the lumber yard, they would basically swing what's called an adz, an ADZ. It's like a pickaxe, and it would chop up the wood and give it a really, at the time it wasn't really cool, but it gives it a very handcrafted look.
Yeah.
And I've worked in high-end residential construction, and I noticed a niche market, even in ultra-modern homes, where people want exposed beams that look rustic and antique in a sense. And the only way to get these, there's two ways. One, you can buy them from torn down barns or houses somewhere in the country and then have it shipped out to you, which is extremely expensive and not always super easy, because if you need a 16-foot beam, and you can only find a 30, you got to cut it to 16 feet and then trash the 14 feet, and you just wasted a bunch of money on that. And the other way is box beams. Which basically there's no structural support from them. They're basically aesthetics, and surround a beam to make it look old, but it's not even real wood. It's faux wood, which is like vinyl or plastics or sometimes even particle board. And so we're offering a product that can be mass produced in a sense and to order. And we will offer posts, timbers, and beams. So the smallest size being 4x4 up to 4x12, which are common sizes. Anything else from that would be custom order. Another common size is 6x6 to 6x12 in 2 feet increments, and then 8x8 to 8x10 in 2 foot increments as well. And then anything above that would be custom order. We offer boards, which can be used as trim pieces. Right here in the bottom right, that's actually a box beam. That's what we're trying to replace. And in the top left, those are the real beams that go across. And we offer boards, which can be used as trim pieces or exterior siding, decking and sheeting, which can be like exposed ceilings, and posts and beams, which are actually really desirable. Like I said, even in these ultra modern homes, people want that look. We also can offer logs, which on 3 sides will be the log itself, but the top will be sawn, so you can structurally attach sheeting to it and create your ceiling. And an advantage we have over wood that you could buy, or not even wood, the faux wood you buy from Home Depot, is ours can be structurally graded, which is required by building departments in order to pass code and continue construction on your house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for branding, we chose to call it MDW, which stands for Machine Distressed Wood. We think that this is accurately and effectively conveys the primary purpose of both our brand and our target market. We are emphasizing that our product is primarily for people who want high-end quality hand-hewn wood from Ponderosa pine at an affordable cost without sacrificing any of the quality or durability. Next. Okay. So for market analysis, we think that our product has strength, threats, weaknesses, opportunities, and opportunities. So for strength, high quality materials are always in demand. This type of product is not offered in the same way, shape, or form as we will offer. And for threats, we see that other prefabricated products could be confused with ours, and some threats are natural causes that can affect the wood on long term, and or maybe a poor economic condition that greatly reduces demand, therefore profit. Weaknesses, we see that startup costs are high, niche market, low margin for error, and production and quality control. And for opportunities, we see that to expand the range of the market, allowing people that would not otherwise be able to afford it enter the market. Thanks.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Primary market. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So for our primary market, we're aiming for developers, construction workers, architectural designers, and general contractors. So for that, we offer consistency. We have carefully distressed machine wood. So we offer customizable objects as well with, features and added cuts depending on the size and durability of the beam, which is perfect for that market because they want durability, they want the style without the added costs. So they can buy in bulk, limit their costs, and look beautiful in their, perfectly crafted homes or general contracted jobs. And then for our secondary market, which is a B2C rather than a B2B, it's the DIY groups as well. So for those, we want more people that have hobbies but know, the difference between the quality of the wood and, the durability, and they know the uses and have, the expertise and specialties to use our wood. And it would just be perfect for them because really readily available, it's consistent, and it's perfectly done every time.
Mm-hmm.
So for our price, we found two main sellers already. There were the individual salespeople who were selling the antiques from boats or wherever they found the wood. And that was higher cost based on the size and on how good the quality of the wood is. That was anywhere from $60 to $110 per foot. And then other commercial stores like Home Depot and Lowe's sell the faux hone wood that isn't as high of quality. It doesn't look very great comparatively to the real wood, but it's cheap and it's about $15 to $30 a foot. So we are looking to price ourselves in between with the real wood but low cost, around $30 to $50 per foot. And for promotion, both online and in-person promotion we found to be important. Individual sellers and antique sellers use Pinterest a lot because you can look at how thematically the wood will look compared to where you're trying to place the wood. And some research has shown that 70% of pins on the website Pinterest come from businesses. So there's a good market on the site there. We also want to do in-person where we have sales representatives at different sites so that they can explain to contractors or construction companies why our product is better, even though it's at a lower price.
And then for our product placement, for our DIY customers, do-it-yourself, it's going to be the Home Depot, Lowe's, and stores like that is easily accessible and convenient for them. For our bigger retailers that we're marketing for is, like UFP Industries, Par Lumber, Builders First Source. They are, big retailers to construction companies and other developers, and it just is buying in bulk. So those would be the products that are our placements for our products that we want to focus on. And those are all kind of local companies too, easily available, and we can distribute easily to them.
Okay, couple questions. I'm just curious. So Home Depot only carries the faux version, is that correct? Okay.
Yeah, correct.
Now, I'm not being critical. I'm just asking a question. Since you guys have researched this, is that why, if there was a market for this, we're either creating the market? I'm just curious as to, why wouldn't they use the machine distressed? Why wouldn't they make machine distressed wood out of Douglas fir, for example, and just go that direction? Can you explain why hasn't been a market that was developed through that? Is it cost, or what do you?
Well, to be perfectly honest, there isn't a machine out there that can replicate hand-hewn wood,
Okay.
right? And so I think it doesn't really matter what tree you're using at the end of the day. No one can do it, you know?
Okay.
And so like when I'm on these jobs, you know, people want a real beam. They don't want to put a, you know, piece of junk up there and then cover it with some Home Depot stuff. They want a real beam that they'll have shipped out from Texas, you know,
Right.
for $10,000.
Yeah. Okay. So are we gonna, is our product then, we're not gonna try to duplicate a hand hewn, in other words, or we are?
We are.
How do we know how we're gonna do that yet?
Well, it would involve, you know, this is why I asked you a few weeks ago if we need to come up with the actual machine that can do this.
No, you don't. You just have to figure the market out, because we got a whole forestry. No, we can figure this out. No, I just wanted to make sure that I wanted to understand that. I wanted to make sure I had a good understanding of what you guys were proposing.
Right. So if there was a machine out there, we could pass this stuff through it and try and replicate, and not only just hand hewn wood. We could do, you know, surfaced four sides, just like Home Depot
does. I think we can do that. I mean, I think we can do that because I've seen you know, the rough flooring that you get
right.
That's machine done now. You can tell.
Right.
Because we actually, I pulled beams out of my factory in Portland, and I had them make flooring for me.
Right.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah, I get that. Okay. Okay.
And yeah, it's not just hand hewn wood. We could do all four side surface. We could custom order like beetle stained or whatever kind of thing you want.
Well, that's what I was thinking. And then so what you've done is developed a market for